Let me show you guys. This exit has since been closed. It closed just after 5 p.m. We see no cars are allowed to go through here when that winter storm Wednesday morning, Tuesday night caused a live oak tree to fall down and crush through the RV. You would typically be able to see the lake right from where I'm standing, but you see the smoke has settled in. This is the aftermath of 30 days worth of smoke. Fire crews have not only been battling the heat, the weather, the winds, the very low humidity. She is lucky and grateful to be alive today as she escaped those burning flames in her home. The fire started around 8:30 p.m., left one person in the hospital, and destroyed this entire mobile home. Hundreds, if not thousands, of protesters here to Alton Baker Park. Highway 58, it's been snowing all day. We've already seen a couple of snowplows go through. Interesting things here at the fair, including this piece of art. 5,000 donuts a day using this high-efficient machine, which can make at least 2,400 donuts in 1 hour. We talked about the changes he hopes to see in the community. Most importantly, he says he is excited to get to work here at the City Hall. I'm Kassandra Gutierrez. It was just after 12:15 on Wednesday morning that winter storm caused this live oak tree to fall and smash this RV, leaving a woman and her dogs trapped and scared for their lives.
My dogs sleep in my bed, so I just grabbed my dogs and we kind of started sliding down, and we laid there until everything stopped, and then I got up and I tried to bust out the door, but it was stuck, so I called 911 and they told me to stay in the RV, but I was too scared. So I was opening the window, but I was looking down and the patio set was in the way and I couldn't get my dogs out. And then my neighbor came running over and I just instantly threw my dogs to him out the window and he grabbed them and I jumped out, and then I just came running over here and just sat on the ground for a second. The tree crushed every part of the RV except where she was sleeping. She says it almost feels like something was protecting her. A little bubble was over me, like an angel was watching over me or something.
Lindsay bought this RV after losing everything in the car fire. Now having experienced 2 life-changing events, she says she's lucky to be alive.
There's obviously something out there still waiting for me, and I have to just keep moving forward. So even though this is a loss, I have to look at the bigger picture. Everything happens for a reason. So something better is going to come along for me.
Reporting in Mountain Gate, I'm Kassandra Gutierrez, the North States News. I'm Kassandra Gutierrez. Foothill High School here in Palo Cedro has been back to in-person learning since the school year started. Now things are a little bit different around campus, such as desks are now 6 feet apart, and there are hundreds of flyers around campus reminding students to mask up. The district is using a hybrid-styled learning system.
We have our students divided in 2 groups, Group A and Group B. Group A comes Monday and Thursday, Group B comes Tuesday and Friday, and Wednesdays, like today, we don't have very many students on campus. Our teachers are doing their recorded instruction. They're also working with students via Google Meets.
He says teachers have had to do the most adjusting, even getting creative and using their expertise to space out desks.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And so this horizontal distance is 3, that vertical distance is 5 1/3 feet, which using Pythagorean theorem, they end up more than 6 feet apart on a diagonal. They're exactly 6 feet apart horizontally.
So with over 600 students back on campus on each given day, what are some of the most important safety measures the high school is doing to keep students safe while learning in person?
So when they're in classrooms, our teachers and the whole staff is vigilant about making sure students keep their masks on and up over their nose, and that they stay 6 feet apart, that if they are closer together for partner work, that it's for very brief periods of time, so all within CDC guidelines of less than 15 minutes.
The principal tells me the goal is to get all students back on campus 5 days a week as soon as possible. For now, reporting in Palo Cedro, Kassandra Gutierrez, the North States News.
I was given the opportunity to work for a man, and he was 13 years older than me, and my roommate had set me up with this job, and it sounded completely legit.
What seemed like a fresh start and a new job as a traveling assistant for a salesman turned dark quickly.
Because that was extremely shocking to me, to know that sex was more or less expected regardless of whether we were in a relationship or not.
4 months and 16 states later, having become numb to pain and reality, Lindsay was exhausted. She wanted out.
And I just remember writing a prayer, and I just said, God, if you get me home safe, I'll dance, and I'll dance for you.
She says within days of writing this, her trafficker handed her an envelope. Inside was a one-way plane ticket home to Eugene. And as she promised, she started to dance again. Now she owns Identity Dance Company in Springfield with her husband, Dusty, and has been speaking out about her story for the last 4 years.
What happens when you share your story is you give validation to anybody listening that is walking through the same thing and doesn't feel like they're worth trying to heal.